Welcome to the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show. Jeff, DiVeronica and Steve Bradley with a team that has stung quite a few opponents this year. I had to go right there, Steve. Sorry. The Byron-Bergen Bees, 22-0 on the season, headed to the state semifinals for the second straight year, 2 straight Section 5 Class C titles. And get this, folks, they've outscored opponents 140-7, which really doesn't mean worth the hill of beans. Not worth the hill of beans when the game kicks off on Saturday, but pretty impressive stuff because it's going to be tough. You've been there before, but Steve, pretty impressive stuff. And give me a comment, and then we'll introduce our guests.
No, Jeff, I'm with you. It's just so impressive what they've done. They played a great game to win Class C2 over Wheatland Chili. And then, classic state play-in game against Gananda went to overtime, and then a 6-2 win over Frewsburg last weekend. So, and they've been to the state semifinals before. So we know how strong Section 5 soccer has traditionally been, and I think this is certainly a team worth watching and a team worth learning more about.
Well, let's start with the coach. He is in his 8th season, Mr. Wayne Hill. Wayne, thanks for coming on the program tonight. Congrats on the success.
Thank you, and thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's Steve. It's not just they outscored folks 80-12 last year. Went 19-4, 11-5 in 2020. Lost in the final to Geneseo, the sectional final, and in 2019, 15-3-1. That's 67-12-1 over the last 4 seasons. Let's start with Mackenzie Phillps, since she had herself a day. Mackenzie Hagen. I knew I was going to botch that. Mackenzie Phillps was a star in the 70s and 80s on television. Mackenzie Hagen, 3 goals, 2 assists against Frewsburg, 6-2 win. Welcome to the show. Did the goal look really big on Saturday or Friday, whenever that was, or what was going on then?
It was a really important goal because we were working really hard and we got a goal scored on us and we kind of put our heads down a little bit, but we came back. So it was nice.
Jeff didn't mention
also,
either.
You're
22-0.
Also, Kendall Phillps and Ava Wagoner, senior midfielders, join us. So welcome, ladies. Looking forward to speaking with you here. Go ahead, Steve.
Yep. So just even more impressive on the numbers, Jeff. 22-0, number 2 in the state. And Coach, you look at those numbers, and there's more to teams than numbers. What makes this team special?
Well, we made it to the finals 2 years ago. We were incredibly young, right? We had 7th grade middle mid. We had 2 8th grade strikers. I take that back. 2 9th grade strikers, and the rest of the team was, I think we only had 2 seniors, maybe 3 at the time, and we weren't projected to go there, but they just started stringing games together, and they've seemed to be able to just continue to build off that run from 2 years ago. They put it into a sectional final last year, made it to the state semis for the first time for us anyways, with me coaching. And this year they just seem so driven to work for each other, to support each other, and that allows them to just freely play out on the field, and we get the results that we've gotten.
Ava, I'm guessing you were on the team a couple of years ago that broke through and got to the final. Yes, to the championship.
Yeah.
Round? What did that give you girls a taste? How did that sit with you in the off season? That hey, we can do. How did that feel? Did it feel you?
Yeah, I think losing in the finals definitely motivated us to work hard in the off season and come back even stronger the next year.
Kendall, how much fun are you all having as a team? You've been there before a little bit, so you know what it's like, but sometimes it's just enjoying the game, right, and having fun.
Yes, definitely. And I think one of the greatest qualities that our team has is the ability to have fun and come back from something bad happening and just being able to move on and go and have fun at the next practice or game. And when we get ahead in games, it really allows us to have more fun on the field and really look to string together more passes. So definitely having fun is a huge aspect for us.
Well, I tell you, you haven't had a lot of things to come back from this year. You've outscored teams 140-7, but let me ask you about the Gananda match in the state qualifier, because if my research is correct, and it usually is, You fell behind twice in that match. And I don't know, Wayne, how many times have you guys fallen behind this year? Or was that the first 2 times?
Well, in Gananda we fell behind once, but we trailed against Oakfield in the 8th game. So we went 8 games before we got scored on. They scored first. We responded nicely with 3 goals. And then we also fell behind the second time we played Wheatland 1-0 before we jumped ahead, and they tied it and we went into overtime with them. So Gananda was an intriguing game, right? If you were there, the fog was so thick you couldn't see the other side of the field. And you had 2 teams that were really, really playing well. And I remember saying to the coach after the game, it's a horrible way to win. It's a horrible way to lose. Neither team deserved to go home after that game. Nobody left anything out there. It was a hellacious game. We were fortunate to come out on top, but yeah, we trailed a bit in that one, few minutes. But as Kendall alluded to, when bad things happen, we seem to regroup well and put a goal in and tied the game, and we played much better after that.
Mia Gray with the overtime winner in that one, Steve.
Yep.
Mackenzie, how much, and the quality of Section 5 soccer is well known, and as the season goes longer, the games get more challenging and the margin for error gets smaller. How much does playing in a tight game like that help you as you and your teammates look forward to this weekend?
It's stressful, but also like having everyone's support, especially at like halftime and stuff, just having your teammates like cheering you on and stuff, it really helps. And I don't know, everyone on the field is just super positive. So if you make a mistake, we always know we can get it back.
Stressful. Go through a 500 season and we'll talk about stress, young lady. 140-7. Kendall, you got to work on Mackenzie relaxing out to having some fun, right? No stress, young lady. No stress. Anyway, you're playing Sequoia Valley, a team out of Section 3, and I've covered a lot of state soccer in my day, and I can tell you that the Section 3 teams, they're usually not as good as the Long Island area teams and downstate teams. So having a different look in the semifinals is great for you. Coach, I guess what did you learn from the trip last year that you want to build upon? Maybe anything logistically about busing and hotels and practice schedules, anything you take away that you might do differently this year?
Not differently, but this year we won't be surprised by it. It was new to all of us last year. So I think we've done a fairly good job this year of prepping everyone. We've sent out, daily reminders of what we're looking for. We've had team meetings, pack small, travel small, and above all else, enjoy the process. I mean, most kids never get to a state final or a state semi, let's leave it at that. And you've done it 2 years in a row. So enjoy the process. Take the fun that you can, but play the game, but, have the fun that you can have out of it.
There aren't too many teams that are practicing right now, practicing soccer, boys or girls. So you're one of the lucky ones, Byron-Bergen. Let's take a quick break, come back. We'll talk more. I want to run down some of the top scorers of this team, talk about your keeper. You're watching Byron-Bergen Girls Soccer right here on the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show.
The best 3 things here at McQuaid are definitely the sports, the brotherhood, and the service to community. I think that's a really big, important thing that McQuaid stresses, which is part of creating a better and great man. You definitely feel a connection with your fellow students here. It's being all guys school. You're able to relate to each other on a personal level, and everyone's very welcoming here with open arms and willing to be your friend.
While we celebrate 140 years of serving our community, the kind of delicious joy that lasts a lifetime, we look forward to serving you for 140 more. With hardworking, wholehearted, passionate people who will help shape new memories for generations to come.
You don't choose to get hurt at work, but you can choose the workers' comp attorneys at Connors and Ferris to fight for your money and medical benefits you deserve.
With over 20 years of industry experience, we will give your case our undivided attention so that you and your family can focus on your recovery.
So call Connors and Ferris, the workers' comp attorneys dedicated to fighting for injured workers' rights.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
Local McDonald's operators care about our local schools, teams, and student athletes. That's why they support the return of high school athletics in the Rochester area and around the state. See you before or after the big game at McDonald's. Welcome back, Section 5. Game on!
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Welcome back to the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show. Jeff DiVeronica and Steve Bradley, our 20th year covering Section 5 sports, which means we've been doing this longer than 3 of our 4 guests have been alive. So we have the Byron-Bergen Girls Soccer players here with us with Coach Wayne Hill. Ava, I want to ask you about this attack. You're a midfielder. You only got 1 goal and 2 assists. Kendall's got 9 and 6, but it's a formidable attack. Before we do that, though, I told Mr. Bradley he'd have the first word. Mr. Bradley, I beg your pardon, sir. Go ahead.
No, that's fine, Jeff. Ava, I grew up in Genesee County, and Byron-Bergen was a powerhouse in basketball and soccer in the 80s when I was there. And I know that community has a ton of support for its school and its athletes and all of its programs. What has it been like around school and in the community as you and your teammates have made this run?
It's been like amazing. There's so much support. Like just everyone making posters. Like when you walk through school, teachers and like other classmates are always wishing you good luck before every game. So it really means a lot. Yeah, I mean, last year when we went to states, we got like letters from the elementary school and just so many kind words and words of encouragement. It's definitely a motivator to do well.
That's awesome. Go ahead, Steve.
That's awesome. The letters from the elementary school. Kendall, were you one day one of those elementary school girls that looked up to the varsity team, and now you have those younger players looking up to you? And what is that like? And that kind of, it's got to be pretty cool, but some responsibility also comes with that, I would think.
Yes, definitely. I can remember like in elementary school, Ava and I going to ball tech for the older girls and like those fond memories and just wanting to create this like atmosphere that is super welcoming to those younger players who are soon going to be like where we are. And tomorrow we're actually going to be doing our walk through the high school, and then we're going over to the elementary school as well to walk through as our like good luck for states. So definitely that support system is one of our big like paths to success.
I grew up in a Class C size school, so did Steve, and I can tell you after covering large schools for most of my career, that stuff doesn't always happen, ladies. So relish it. Be thankful you're in the district you're in. I used to cover they used to have the championship soccer games at Byron-Bergen. Used to have a lot of people from Monroe County drive out to watch the Pittsford Mendons and the Fairports and the Spencerports play right on your home field. So it's a great soccer community for sure. A lot of good scorers on this team. And let's start with one of the younger ones, Mia Gray, who had that big goal against Gananda, 43 goals and 24 assists. Please tell me this isn't her first year on varsity, Coach. Is it her first year? No.
Third. She made varsity as a 7th grader, so yeah.
Okay. Then we got Mackenzie, the junior, 33 goals, 22 assists. And then the Starwood sisters, the junior, Emma, with 18 goals and 22 assists, and a freshman, Elizabeth, with 16 goals and 11 assists. So, Coach, tell me about this attack. I mean, What makes it tick?
Well, we practice a pretty free-flowing style of ball where if you don't have the ball, you need to move to space and you need to support the person that has the ball. And you just keep that momentum going until you can find a way past the next level of defense and get a shot on net.
Can you break down Mia a little bit for us? Those are pretty impressive numbers for whatever class you're in, but to be a freshman.
Mia is some kind of talent. Yeah, I said it at the Section 5 banquet yesterday. Coaching a freshman is always goofy, but she has the ability to stay focused. She has the ability to lift her teammates up. She provides great, direction on the ball, movement off the ball, unbelievable touch around the goal. But it's the passing that I think that sets her apart from other opponents. She gets just as happy making a perfect assist as she does for scoring a goal. So you can see it's quite a few assists out there.
Mackenzie, what's it like to play with her?
She is a phenomenal player, and she just has such a great vision of the field that it's like so nice to play with her. She always knows when to put the ball and where to put it, and it's just amazing. I don't know.
Let's not forget the defense either, right? Nova Pocock, I think her goals against is something like 0.37, 7 goals all year. You don't get to where you are without having a complete team. Who are some of the players that are getting it done on the back end for you?
Well, our starting back four is Ava Wagoner, who's on the call today, Ava Gray, Megan Zwerka-Snyder, and Megan Jarkowitz. And that foursome is pretty formidable. There's some times where Nova doesn't get a shot. So it's always hard for me to recommend a goalie for all-star when you have that kind of defense. But I will say this, once the Warsaw game come out, Nova has stood above any of the goalkeepers we've seen this year. She's been just absolutely phenomenal. Some of the saves have been outright, sports center quality. We're very happy she's back there. She spent the last 2 years on JV, sharpening her skill set. So to see her come up on varsity and just step right into a starting role has been great.
We do have a couple seniors with us here, and I'm wondering if you know where if you want to play in college, Kendall and Ava, and do you know where you're going yet? Kendall, how about you?
So I know that in college I'm gonna play college softball, but I just don't know where yet. But definitely gonna continue playing sports.
Are you just those two sports, or do you play something in the winter too?
I do basketball as well.
How about you, Ava? Do you play multiple sports?
Yeah, I play soccer and basketball as well. And I'm still kind of deciding on sports in college. I think depending on what school I go to, will really decide if I want to play sports. I think going into college, I'm focusing more on my academics a little bit and having more time for that. But I think I'll definitely, if I'm not playing for the college team, look into an intramural team or some club soccer for sure.
So, Coach Hill, what's he like on the sidelines? Is he calm, cool, and collected like he is in the interview? Is he a man with words of wisdom? Give us the inside scoop on your coach.
Oh, Coach Hill, he's amazing. He always knows just what to say when we need to hear it. During our warm up, he comes to each and every one of us and is like, "How are you guys feeling?" And kind of just reassures us it's gonna be okay. And then before the game, we all have this special thing we do. It's our whoosh to get all of our nerves out. And then during halftime, he gets right to the point, tells us what he sees, and he's really positive on the sideline. So that's definitely a great coach to have.
So when you fall behind in a game like you did against Gananda, who's talking on the field in the huddle? Who's the talker? Who's the leader on the field that's saying something? Is it on someone on this call or somebody else?
I know I can't answer that. I'll let them answer that.
Kendall, you seem pretty together here. Are you the one that
Yeah.
talks, or Mackenzie? Are you too stressful?
I would say definitely Ava and I are always talking because, you know, we've been here for quite a few years and we always are talking to the defense, offense, midfield, trying to just like let people know what's happening. Like, we can do this, we can recover from this, and we've got this.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Ava.
With the defense, I try and make sure we're on the same page, you know, during stopping points throughout the game. So it's really important, you know, just to make sure we have that line of communication throughout the game.
You got to have good communication as a central defender. I know that. I played the center back and sweeper about 800 years ago, but yeah, a long time ago. I remember what you have to do. Well, listen, Byron-Bergen, we wish you the best of luck against the Sequoia Valley, 12:30 on Saturday at Cortland. I know that the Bees faithful will make the journey down over to Cortland. It'll be fun for you. No matter what happens, you're making some amazing memories, ladies. And that's why we love to do this program, because we like talking about it with you and giving you a little something for the video scrapbook for you. So for Steve Bradley, thank you, Coach Hill, for doing this. We appreciate it. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having us.
Good luck, Bees. We're rooting for you, all right?
Thank you.
For Steve Bradley and our producer, Joe Brott, my name is Jeff DiVeronica. Thanks for watching us right here on the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show.